MacMaths. Let's do some maths today. Statistics. Okay, we're in chapter 3. This one's on box plots. Lesson 3b. It's only going to be 5 minutes, this one, literally. It's worth watching though, because it reminds you how we calculate quartiles and positions for discrete data. So it's support with exercise 3b. It's really simple. You know how to do box plots, so I'm not going to go through it again, and I explained it in the first one. But I'm going to do a question and draw. We'll draw a box plot, one box plot, but there's only 4 questions in the exercise, and it says question 4 is an exam question. So let's just do question 4 on box plots. Okay, so this is question 4. It says it's an exam question. Okay, wish it was. If it was an exam question, you would want this one, wouldn't you? And this is it. It gives you some data, and it says that these are the daily gusts, the maximum daily gusts in knots. That's the speed. Remember, knots is similar to miles per hour, just a little bit more. Measured in Camborne, I think that's Cambridgeshire, isn't it? In September 1987. So this was over a period of days, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's over 25 days. So each day for 25 days, they measured the maximum gust for that day. Fortunately, in the book, it's put them all in order for us, so you can see one of those days it was only a 13 knots, and one day, you know, it's getting to hurricane speed here, a gust of 78 knots. So that is a lot, isn't it? The question asks you to calculate Q1, Q2, Q3, so we're going to do that first. It says an outlier is 1.5 times the interquartile range, and sorry, there's a bit that I've missed off there. It says show that 46 and 78 are outliers. Okay, so it says that show that those two are outliers. Alright, so we'll do that and then draw a box plot, and that's it, and then we're done. Okay, so here we go. 25. Remember how we do the median. So Q2. For Q2 we go n plus 1 divided by 2. So 26 divided by 2 is 13. So we want the 13th bit of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is 26. Q1, remember what we do, we go n divided by 4 first of all. So 25 divided by 4, so we go 25 divided by 4 is equal to that, and if you get a decimal you round up, so 6.25, so we round up to the 7th bit of data. Okay, that's the rule for discrete data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 22. And Q3, we do the same thing. We do 3n over 4. If it's a decimal, which it will be, it's 18.75, so we round up to the 19th bit of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, which is 30. So there it is. It says that an outlier is 1.5 times the interquartile range. So this is part B. So part A we've done. Part B, IQR. Sometimes you see it written like this, minus Q1, because that's how you find it, is 8 times by 1.5. So outlier is 8 times 1.5, which is 12, so plus or minus 12 from Q1 or Q3. It's not strictly true, is it? It's above plus Q3 and below Q1. So outlier if, okay, so 12, where's Q3? Is 30. So if it's greater than 42, because I've added 12 onto 30, and if I take 12 off that, Q1 is 10 or less than 10, it's an outlier. Okay, you can see at the bottom end we've got no outliers because there was no gusts that were less than 10, but question B is saying show that these two are outliers, and they're outliers because they're bigger than 42, which was our definition of an outlier. Okay, so we've done that, and draw a box plot. So let's draw that box plot very quickly. This is one I prepared earlier. Okay, so you would be doing this in pencil. Can you actually sort of see that? Yeah, you can. So here it is, and we need our data from that one, so I'll just move that down. So Q2 was 26. Now you do this in pencil and ruler, so 25, so I'm going to do it here. I'm going to hover above, I've already put the scale in. All the numbers go between sort of 10 and 9, so I did 10, could have just done to 80, but I've done a scale. Q2, the median is 26, so at 26, there it is, you draw a line down. I've drawn a line down at 26 that matches on the scale. Freehand felt tip, big fat felt tip, that's against the rules, you know it. Okay, you wouldn't be doing that. 22 is the lower quartile, 30 is the upper quartile. That's 50% of our data is there. Okay, now we've got the smallest bit of data, 13, so 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's our whisker. That's our bottom whisker. Now we're not going to do the top whisker at 78 or at 46 because those are outliers. So because we've got outliers at the top end, what we're going to do is we're going to do our whisker at the limit for outliers, which is at 42. So at 42 we do our limit at outliers. Now there's not even a value at 42, okay, but that is the limit of the outliers. And 46 now, we've got one there, and at 78, right the way up here, so that really is an outlier. There we go. And that would be our box and whisker plot. You can see it's got the scale, it's labelled knots there of what these units are. And you can see here that there is a value, from looking at that, you would know that there was one gust at 13 knots. There may not be a gust at 42, but you would know that there would be a gust here and a gust here at 78, the highest value. Okay, so that's a box and whisker plot as described in lesson 1. Okay, and there you go. All good.